Hi friends, it's Victor Costa and welcome to the Daily Lift. I hope you're having an outstanding day and I hope today's podcast makes it even better for you. I do these podcasts totally unscripted. I have an idea or a quote, but I really don't like to write anything down because I want to see what comes out organically, just like that horn beeping in the background. You never really know what's going to happen, and that's not to say that I don't start and stop these audios because I might not like them, then I just cancel them out, and then I re-record them in their entirety. I hardly ever stop, edit, and then re-record because I just don't want you to have that experience. I want it to be one continuous stream of thought and stream of consciousness, but ultimately, all of the podcasts, if you really want to get down to it, are designed to do the same thing, to give you a daily lift and a daily boost. And I know a lot of people believe that they should be taking care of other people. And I want to, and that it's somewhat selfish at times to take care of oneself or take time out of the day to focus on oneself. And this podcast really is peculiar to those people who feel that they shouldn't really set a time aside for themselves, who believe that that's selfish. And I want to remind you of a quote that I might have said in the past from Wayne Dyer. And Wayne Dyer passed away, but he was a great influence on my life. And he said, "You cannot make yourself poor enough to make anyone richer. You cannot make yourself sick enough to make anyone more well. And you cannot make yourself miserable enough to make anyone more happy." And so I was thinking about that quote. And again, we talk often about true altruism, and is there any such thing as true altruism? You know, when you do something for someone, of course, you ultimately feel good, so the question remains whether or not you're doing only something for yourself and it's still a selfish act. And I without a question, suggest that you forget about that because that can thwart the kind acts. If everything is such a chore to think about, and it's hard to wrap your head around every kind deed or good act, and you're always analyzing it, tell me that's not going to disrupt the energy of giving and continuously giving. But I thought of another idea and another concept, and I want you to think of this throughout your day. And of course, I try to make these podcasts as short as possible because it's not that I'm not interested in spending more time with you, it's that I want to give you a thought for the day. And today's thought is, when you are in an airplane, right, and you're instructed about how to take care of yourself in the event of an emergency. Of course, they suggest that oxygen masks are going to fall from the ceiling. And the first thing that you do is what? You put on your own oxygen mask before you start helping other people or children who aren't able to do that for themselves. And what is the reason for that? It's because without you taking care of yourself, you cannot take care of anybody else. If you're gasping for air and running out of oxygen, how many people can you take care of? So that's the same idea. It's put on your own oxygen mask first. Take a little time to take care of yourself and focus on yourself. And that's what these podcasts are really designed to do. Now, I want you to sort of get rid of the idea that every time you do something for yourself that it's a selfish act, because it may appear like that to you, but again, you cannot make yourself rich enough, poor enough to make anyone richer, sick enough to make anyone more well, right? So that's what these podcasts are designed to do, for you to look out for yourself. And that way you can be of use and help to other people. But without your health, without your wellness, without your focus, without your stability, you're of no use to anyone else, which is why we put on our own oxygen masks first in the event of an emergency. So I hope you like this idea. I have a certainty that you'll use this and maybe help another friend with it, right? If the opportunity ever comes up where somebody's calling you for advice and they don't know what to do, maybe you'll suggest this reminder to them as well. So it's Victor Costa signing off for the Daily Lift. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope today's podcast makes it even better for you. Please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.